Good morning, Saugus. I'm Haliey Rutter, and today is Thursday, January 17th.
And I'm Nicole Holguin, and this is SNN. Today marks the 25th anniversary of the Northridge earthquake.
At 4:31 a.m. 25 years ago, a 6.7 earthquake struck the greater Los Angeles area and was felt as far away as Las Vegas.
Please stand for the flag salute.
Please stand. Put your right hand over your heart. Ready, begin.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
CCR classes begin next week, and there are still seats available. If you are interested, you can see Mrs. Dahlquist in the counseling office.
If you are between the ages of 16 and 19 and want a job, the Youth Employment Services Program will have its spring session from February 27th to May 24th. Applications are available online at the website listed below.
The Semper Fidelis All-American program is for juniors who strive to do better for themselves and for those around them. Participants receive an all-expensive paid trip in July to attend the Marine Corps Battles 1 Academy in Washington, D.C. Students will participate in an immersive Marine Corps experience, including daily workouts, community service, and team building. To apply, you can see Mr. Fricky in the counseling office.
The Kiwanis Club of Santa Clarita is offering a service award application to senior members of Key Club. You can pick up an application in the counseling office.
Winter Formal will be held at Saugus on Saturday, February 9th from 7 to 11 p.m. Tickets are now on sale in the ASB office. The dance is included in the dance pack, or are $30 with an ASB card and $35 without. Ticket prices will increase every week. The dance is semi-formal.
Now let's go to Mr. Williams and Mr. Marcia with this week's Athletic Director's Minute.
Good morning, Saugus. I'm Mr. Marcia, and standing in for Mr. Lapata is Mr. Williams with this week's Athletic Director's Minute. Our winter sports are in the middle of their league seasons, and both soccer and basketball programs are representing your school at an extremely high level.
Our girls' basketball program is on pace to break the school record for wins, while our boys' basketball team is competing for its first league title since the 1980s.
Both soccer programs should make the playoffs and still have a chance of winning league titles.
Our male athlete of the week is Cameron Nail. Cameron has returned from injury and dominated games from the low post. He scored 17 points and grabbed 10 rebounds against Hart on Tuesday night.
Our female athlete of the week is girls varsity basketball player Alexis Jimenez. Alexis helped spark 2 comeback victories against Canyon and Hart to help lead the Lady Centurions to victory.
The coach of the week is boys soccer coach Mr. Seth Groller. Coach Groller led his team to a victory over rival Canyon last week and has set our team up for a strong finish to an already successful season.
That's all from us. Now let's go to Hayden Trowbridge with your sports news.
Good morning, Saugus. I'm Hayden Trowbridge with your sports news. Boys basketball plays against Valencia tomorrow at Valencia. And girls basketball also plays at Valencia at 5. That's all from me. Here's a PSA on how to deal with severe bleeding and how to use class first aid kits.
Hi there, I'm Cambria Lawrence.
And my name is Macy Lawrence. We're here to tell you about a product that we created called Keep the Pressure.
We love living in Santa Clarita. The weather's great and there's lots to do. However, we're also in an area with earthquakes and other potential events that could cause injury. Hospitals that specialize in trauma, like the Henry Mayo Newhall Hospital, help to educate our community about what to do if someone's bleeding. With our Keep the Pressure campaign, we want to continue this education and take it to the next step by providing you with bleed kits. These are kits that can be used to stop bleeding and save lives.
Most simple bleeding can be stopped by applying firm, direct pressure. But when the bleeding becomes more severe, something else needs to happen. This is when the bleed kit will come in handy. The purpose of this video is to show you what the bleed kit looks like, what's inside it, and how to use this life-saving tool. We have some Valencia High School MSA students here with us today to help with the demonstration part of the video.
First, I would like to introduce you all to the Keep the Pressure bleed kit. Please notice the end caps on either side. These can be easily removed by squeezing the tube and popping them off, like so. Inside the kit, there are 6 items that you will need to be familiar with. Quick clot gauze, a compression dressing. This is much like an ACE bandage wrap that you would use for an ankle sprain. Small trauma shears to cut open clothing and get better access to a wound. A survival wrap, 2 gloves, and a tourniquet. There are 2 of these.
Let's learn how to use a tourniquet. A tourniquet is for injuries to the arms or legs. It can be wrapped tightly around the arm or leg, and it actually pinches off the blood flow, which stops the bleeding, just like turning off a hose at the source. Let's use our model here as an example. Let's say he has an arm injury that's bleeding heavily. What you want to do is wrap the tourniquet around his arm 2 to 3 inches above the wound. Velcro it tightly, being careful to avoid the rod clips. It will be tight, but not nearly tight enough to stop the bleeding. It should be tight enough that the tips of 3 fingers aren't able to fit under the band. If it's too loose, retighten it. Now twist the rod until the bleeding stops. And secure the rod into the rod hook. Pro tip: it should be so tight that the tourniquet feels uncomfortably tight. Next, wrap the remaining strap over the rod and secure it all with the time strap. If possible, take a marker and write the time that the tourniquet was placed on the time strap. If the bleeding continues, further tighten the tourniquet or add a second tourniquet above the first. Leave the tourniquet on until the patient's in the hospital. Easy peasy, you just saved someone's life.
Okay, what if someone's bleeding from an area where you can't place a tourniquet, like the neck, chest, or stomach? This is where the quick clot gauze can save lives. This is a very special kind of gauze that is saturated with kaolin, basically a type of clay, that will help the body form clots and stop bleeding faster. You may need to use the trauma shears in this instance to get better access to the wound. The gauze needs to be packed tightly, not just placed over the top. We have a demonstration arm to show you how this works. Using a gloved finger, tightly pack the gauze into the wound. And use the excess gauze over the top for compression. Pro tip: you can also use the quick clot gauze in a wound if a tourniquet isn't completely stopping the bleeding. Since most bleeding stops with pressure, we've included a compression dressing as well.
This is basically a special elastic wrap that makes it easier to apply constant pressure to a bleeding wound.
This is the compressive dressing. Unwrap the dressing and place the bandaged portion over the wound like so. Secure the back of the dressing to the Velcro and continue to wrap tightly around the arm. When you come to the end, secure the hook to the dressing.
Don't take it off to check if it's working. If it's bleeding through the wrap, put more pressure on that site. Leave the compressor dressing on until the paramedics arrive.
Use this survival blanket provided in the kit or any other clothing or blanket to keep a patient warm, because cold patients tend to bleed more. It is important to know that all of these items can be used individually or together to save someone's life. It's also important to address severe bleeding quickly. It is our goal to give you the tools you need to help your classmates or teachers if they ever need this kind of help.
Remember to keep the pressure.
The lockdown drill is between 4th and 5th period.
10th to 12th grade students, CSC will be hosting a workshop on January 22nd to start the registration process for spring, summer, and fall semesters. On January 24th, the workshop will continue with information on how to add your classes when your registration date arrives. Please plan to attend both sessions at lunch in the library.
And now for your scholarship news. The SCV scholarship applications are now available on the Santa Clarita Valley Scholarship Foundation website listed below. Applications are due by 3 p.m. on February 1st in the counseling office.
The PTSO scholarship applications are now available in the counseling office. In order to apply, you must be a senior with a GPA of 2.0 or higher. You must be applying to any college, community college, vocational school, or apprentice program, and you must be a current member of the PTSO.
The Santa Clarita Emblem Cub will be awarding 4 scholarships to worthy students enrolled in an institution of higher learning. 2 of the scholarships will be awarded to a relative of a member in good standing with the Santa Clarita Elks Club or the Santa Clarita Emblem Club. The other 2 will be awarded to deserving students in the community. You can pick up applications in the counseling office.
The Jack Pistonetti scholarship application is now available in the counseling office. To qualify, you must be a senior planning on attending a 2- or 4-year college and have a minimum GPA of 2.5.
That's all for today. I'm Haliey Rutter. Stay tuned for SNN Radio and Saugus Today.
And I'm Nicole Holguin. Have a great day, and we will see you tomorrow. Don't forget about the lockdown drill. Please take it seriously.